So I was gone for a little bit, and I was gone, but I wasn't, so like I was watching, but I just wasn't creating, okay? But in that time of me being gone, we got the Morbius trailer, we got a whole bunch of information, a whole bunch of stuff. Spider-Man, the MCU, and then the Venom movies is gonna be a part of the MCU, but they're not a part of the MCU, and then the Morbius movie, and it's part of the Sony's universe, the Marvel characters or something, you know, it's just all this thing. And then they had the video, the trailer came out, and you got your boy Jared walking, you got Joker walking past the Spider-Man thing, and it's the thing from the game, and people was like, oh no, that's the Rami suit, that ain't right, oh, it's some legalities, what is going on? And I'm just sitting back the whole time watching people make videos about like, what is the deal with this Spider-Man in this background? It's not the MCU suit, it's the Rami suit. And then people are making theories based on that, and I'm just sitting back like, no. But it's alright, because I'm going to deliver you.
Finish it! Finish it!
Why was Spider-Man in that Rami suit from the PS4 game in the Morbius trailer? Nah, I'm going to assume, because I don't know nothing, y'all. Look at me, I'm just a person in quarantine, okay? I don't know, like, first of all, does it matter, okay? Does it really, like, to sit back, he's not wearing the same suit. Like, what is the point? You got in Spider-Man movies, kids are wearing Spider-Man suits, and it don't look like the same suit that Spider-Man wears. So how can you then say, this picture of Spider-Man on the wall is not the same Spider-Man that's in the MCU? And then try to connect it with some leak. No, y'all missed the whole point is Spider-Man is on the wall, and it says murderer after what just took place in the past Spider-Man movie. That's the point. It ain't got nothing to do with the color of the suit, ain't got nothing to do with what kind of suit he got on. The point is Spider-Man, it says murderer, this connects to, but again, I'm late. We already know it connects, but why was there that suit? Y'all, we need to sometimes take the nerd hat off a little bit. Just say, you know what, actually, let me just take this hat off, because it's kind of a little bit of weight on my, let me just take the nerd hat off for a minute and just put on my thinking cap. Let me put on my thinking cap here and just, let's assess this situation. Spider-Man was confirmed to be a part of the Sony universe by way of them showing Spider-Man and saying that he's a murderer. That was it. That was what that was. It ain't got nothing to do with no legality, nothing like that. Guess what, y'all? Sony made every Spider-Man movie that has come out. Sony made it. Name a Spider-Man movie that came out within the past 20 years. Guess who made it? That's right, Sony. Sony made it. Sony owns the character. They have a right, like a deal with Marvel in which they're sharing the character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they're also able to use that character that they own in their own slate of universe films, and they also probably will get the right to use a little bit of characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in their films. Like there's this, come on y'all, come on, ain't no legalities, ain't none of that. Marvel and Sony done been talked about, they talked about the Venom film back when Spider-Man was gonna be in Civil War. They talked about all this. These people, y'all acting like, it's almost like when we get casting news, right? Casting news, and to us it's news, but to them, you know, like sometimes, you know, they're announcing things, you know, but other times the directors, they done already met, they done already had their table reads, they done already, you know, worked out a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just news to us, the public. But behind the scenes, y'all, it ain't like that. It ain't like that, y'all. Marvel knew what Sony was planning on doing. Marvel probably has given a lot of feedback for what Sony wants to do. And like vice versa. Y'all, come on. To sit there and say that Sony owns a character and they did a deal with another company so they could use the character and share the character within that company's franchise and tell their own stories within their own franchise using that same character. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, the character they own, they can't had that same suit, even though they had that suit in the movie that they made and that they own, and it's a character they own, they can't have that same suit in their own movie because they doing a deal with this other. Like, no, y'all, that don't jive. The whole universe thing is all connected in a way. Like I said a while ago, it's gonna be connected. The movies, the Spider-Man movies are gonna connect to the Venom movie and connect to the Morbius movie and connect to all that. It's gonna be this own little subsection universe. And personally, I think it'll be more successful than the Marvel universe. Oh! I said it. I said some crazy stuff. I didn't say some crazy. Y'all, I know I didn't say some crazy stuff. But hear me out. Why would Spider-Man be more popular than the Avengers films? Well, that's really simple. Spider-Man is more popular in terms of his character than like the Avengers characters. Spider-Man as a property is a very valuable property, okay? People care about Spider-Man. People care about the Avengers too. People care about Spider-Man as well. The thing is, if you make a good Spider-Man film, I'm going to see it. I know you're going to see it, and I know everybody gonna go see it. So, you know, you make a good Avengers movie, you know, you got to make 3 of them, and then everybody gonna go see the 3rd one. But if you make a good Spider-Man film, guess what, y'all? Everybody gonna go see it because it's Spider-Man, and that's the truth. So if you build a franchise, a universe around Spider-Man, and it's actually not bad, yeah, Avengers, Marvel, I know, I'm seeming a little odd, but maybe some people are starting to go, maybe that'll work, I don't know. People have been talking about this whole Spider-Verse idea with, you have Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland all in one movie as Spider-Man, I don't know what you would call it. People really want to see that film. Now, me personally, I'll make a video about that too. Me personally, yeah, I don't know, maybe not. But I think the movie could, like, potentially make a lot of money. And Sony knows that. Sony knows that, and guess who else knows that? Kevin Feige, Marvel, hence them doing a deal in which their universe can connect. Like there's a lot more at play here than people think. People just look at stuff and go, ah, blah, 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 but there's a lot more at play here. If you have a successful Spider-Man cinematic universe that's tied to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it just aids the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, if the Sony Cinematic Universe is trash, the Spider-Man universe is bad, then, you know, it's a whole nother thing. But they're not. I don't think it will be. I don't think it can be. I think there's a lot riding on it. I think that Sony, they're gonna get some very talented individuals to be in their Spider-Man films. I think if you cast the titular role of Norman Osborn correctly, I think if you cast it and you got the good stories with it, yo, I think that the Spider-Man universe would overtake the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that's a hot take. It is a hot take. And that's all I got to say about it right now. That's all I got to say. I'm going to make a video talking about the Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire film. But I think that a Spider-Man universe would be more successful than the Marvel Cinematic Universe if handled correctly. And Sony knows that, Marvel knows that, and I think that's what they're planning on doing. But time will tell. Who knows?